Okay. Good evening, everyone. Please, am I audible? Can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me? All right. Good evening, everyone. Once again, how are we all doing? So, to just go straight to the point, we're just going to start class now. Or else join later. All right. So, let me share my screen now. Okay. Okay. Yes, it's done. Okay. All right. Okay, please can you all right, thank you. Welcome to class once again. So, like I said, we have a lot to do today. Really have a lot to do. So, last week, I think we did introduction to what UI UX is, and also talked about the user research, how to conduct our user research, and we also talked about how to our design thinking process, how to carry out the steps to do to carry out our designs. So, last week, I think we've um sorry, I think we finished that personal last week, right? And I remember I gave an assignment on that. Hello, let me just know if I'm audible or not. Hello, is it that you
Yes,
guys
ma'am.
can unmute it? Ah,
We can meet.
Jesus. Hey, God, if you want me to start crying. All right, so I think I gave an assignment yesterday on this user persona. I think I did, right? So, did anyone come up with solutions to the user persona? Okay, promise. When you class last week, Sunday, please you can unmute yourself and speak if you can hear me. I promise. Hello. Hey, wait, I don't understand. Okay, JTO, please. Can you unmute yourself? Were you in class? I know you were in class. I remember you were in class. So did you come up with anything? Just unmute yourself and so just I want to hear your voice. Please, time is fast spent.
Actually, no, ma. I did not do. Sorry, I did not do it, ma.
We didn't do anything from Monday till today.
Oh, school want to kill me. I did not really have time. Sorry, ma.
All right. Promise, are you here?
Yes,
Okay,
ma.
that's
I'm
fine.
here. I'm here.
I've been calling you since. What happened? You
I
don't want to
was
answer
busy. I
me.
was busy. I went outside, sha. I was busy.
Oh, okay.
Yes, ma.
So were you in class on
No,
Sunday?
this is my first time. No, this is my first time.
Oh, right. Welcome.
Yes, ma.
Welcome to the class. All right. Yes, I already answered you. Welcome. So, okay, we are going to get right into it. Are we all with our systems at the moment? Are we with our systems? Unmute and talk now. Hey, God. Are we with our system?
Yes, ma. We are with our system.
Okay, JT up. What about you?
Yes, ma.
All right, so I want to practicalize how to design an empathy map, and I want to practicalize design an empathy map a and the user persona. So okay, I want us to just open. Okay, firstly, do we have a Figma account? Yes. Do we? Does anyone oh, hello, can you guys hear me? All right, so do we all have Figma accounts, or is there anyone that has not opened? All right, so I want us to open our Figma our Figma account. So I'll do mine as well. All right, so let me share my screen. All right, so can we all see this? Are you guys see my screen? Hello. Okay. So um for empathy mapping, and for empathy we have UX design tools. We have empathy mapping, user persona, the user flow, the affinity diagram, and so on. So for UX design, we use FigJam for UX design. FigJam is also like a subsidiary of Figma. So we use FigJam for UX design tools, where we use Figma for design like UI design. Even we can design on Figma, but that means you have to come up with the template you're using. But for FigJam, you can just search for templates and just replicate. So for this, we're going to be opening a FigJam account. And for opening a FigJam account, you are going to click on this FigJam board. You can see the FigJam board here. So we are going to click on this, and it will bring us a FigJam um Oh, sorry, I don't know what happened. So can you guys hear me? Felix, please unmute yourself, please. Please, can you hear me? Oh, good. So yes, like I was saying, I could not do anything. I had to like just switch to my other SIM now. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry about that. So like we were saying, let me share my screen. Let me just continue from where we stopped. All right, can you guys see my screen now? Hello, can
No,
you?
no.
Oh, sure. Yes. So, have we all gotten to? Have we opened our feature board? Have we done that? Okay, just for the benefit of those that just joined, let me just go back. So what I said that we should open our Figma account. That we're going to try to design impact mapping. So under Figma, we have what we call FigJam. FigJam is like a subsidiary on Figma. Under Figma. So Figma is used for UX designs, for the like UX design tools. For UX deliverables, we have the user persona, we have the empathy mapping, we have the user flow, we have the affinity mapping and all. So I just said we are going to just go to your Figma page. I believe we all have our Figma accounts by now. Just go to your Figma page and click on okay, this is still loading. So you click on plus Figma board. You click on plus Figma board. Please do you all get that? Please you get those response, please. I'm begging now. Do we all get that?
Yeah, with you, ma.
Okay, if you don't get it, please just respond or say something. I'm asking questions, you guys are not responding. I said, do you have any problem getting that or who else has gotten it? Who has not? Just let me know. All right, since since you guys are not talking, I'll just continue the teaching. And that's it. I don't know. I'm asking you guys in something and I'm not getting any response. That's not good enough, sincerely.
Ma, please, can you
So
restart? Because
I'm
my
just going to
network was bad.
continue.
We are there, ma.
Please, can you like
Sorry,
restart
what?
this?
I said I want Figma.
Yes, ma. We are there.
Okay, just log into your Figma. Log into your Figma account. Log into your Figma account, and you will see a purple button around here where you see plus Figma board. So click on that to take you to this page. So JT, do you get that now? All right, so this is our Figma board. We can design our user flow, our empathy mapping. This is where we design our affinity diagram. It's where we design our information architecture. So like all the UX design deliverables, this is where we design them. Then here we have the select tool. In case you have like many frames, this is what you pick, and this is what I am right now. The select tool. Then here we have the and tool. We have the and tool here. Then we have the marker. We have the sticky notes, like we know that we are using this as text. So this is the sticky notes. We have the shapes, we have the shape tool, we have the connector, we have the text tool for our text, we have the section tool, we have the table, the stamp tool, and here we have where we get our template. So I believe that is clear. Is that clear? I already said that. I'll just continue with the class. All right, so to design a user persona, but am I still audible? Can everyone see me? I just want to know, can everyone see me? Good. All right. So we're just going to get onto it, the user persona, and we're going to design the user persona and the empathy mapping, like we said. So when you click on this part, this is where you get your template you want to do. Let's start with user persona. Just search for the template you're looking for. So user persona. Yeah. So we have we're going to come up with different templates. Yeah. You can come up with different templates here. So let's just let this load and just pick one. So also place where we can get our another place where we can get our templates is going to Figma community. So just type Figma community under your Google. Just Google search Figma community. Then you see the search bar. Just search for user persona. Then you see different templates, because the Figma community is like where other UI UX designers, they come and share their works with as inspiration for other designers. So designers come share your work on Figma community, and other designers can like copy and use as inspiration, or maybe they want to copy and just edit it to their own taste. So that is what we do. That is what happens on the Figma community. So you can just go to community and look for templates. I want us to work with this. So now we have user personas. You can see we have different user personas here, but I'm going to pick this template. So just like add templates, and immediately it's going to just automatically drop templates on your page. I think this is in location. All right, please, am I still on? Am I still with you guys? I told you I want my class to be interactive. People are just killing my morale.
Ma, can you? I don't get the way you did it here. Can you redo it again?
It's fine, sir. No problem. So this is our template. I should read you.
Yes, ma. Yes, ma. Because of the connect.
Okay, so you're on this page, right? Are you on this page already?
Yes, ma. Yes, yes, ma.
Are you on this page? Have you got to this page? All right. So what I just did was come to this part. Can you see my cursor? Can you see my cursor?
Yes, ma.
This. All right. So just click on this plus sign, and it's going to show you templates. This is where your templates are. So the thing you want to come up, you want to design, maybe empathy mapping, user persona, or anything. Just click on that. When you click on it, to show you different it's going to show you different templates. So I picked this. So then you just click over on anyone you want and click, automatically going to drop it. So I picked this for our you get it now.
Yes,
Are
I'm
you
okay with
okay
it.
now?
Yeah.
All right. So now I believe everyone is clear with that. So here we have our user persona templates. Then we have where this is just talking about the templates, how you can just to navigate you through using the template, so you can go through that yourself. So under our user persona, I told you are going to have some information, some necessary information based on the research that we got. We are going to their fictional representation, like fictional characters in your head. So for your user persona, you come up with a picture, you come up with their name, their demographics, their bio, their needs, their motivations, their interests, and all. So now this is like a typical example. So when you click on this part, you can change your image to whatever you want. So now make sure that the image is already saved on the system. So when you click on replace image, it's going to take you straight to your system. So let's just pick this. You can see that. Is that clear? Can you see this? All right. So yeah, we have the name. You can just edit it. It's disabled. Just edit something. We have the name, Samuel. Then under here we have our age. There's something that you can edit. Hi guys, sorry, I've been talking. Okay, so like the bio, I said the bio is going to consist of the who the user is and just summarize the name they want, the information we got from the users, the name they want, the frustrations, and I'll just summarize it in like 5 sentences, like the example I showed you last week. So that is for the bio. Then their personality, are they introverts, are they extroverts? Also, you can edit this to your taste. Maybe the personality, maybe the information here, you can just edit to your taste, and you can also move this so according to like how they are. We have the interests, we have the influences, we have the goal. We don't have answers based on this particular information here, you can just delete, because majorly what we're interested in the most is the motivation, their needs and expectation, their goals and their pain points. So this interest and influence, you can just edit, you can delete it if you don't have anything on them, so you can delete it. Or if there's any other information that you have and it's not like there's no category, it's not listed under any category, you can also add. So just make sure that whatever information you're putting on user persona is going to like be related to what you're working on. Please, am I still on? Oh, can you guys hear me? I don't know. I'm using MTN, I'm using Glow. Both of them, they're just distorted. It's annoying. I think Olushola was asking a question. Olushola, am I still audible? Can you hear me? Just, can you hear me? All right.
Yeah,
So Olushola, I don't know. Is it? Can you hear me, JTL? Can you?
Bit by bit, just small, small. I can't really hear very well.
Oh, oh gosh. Oh my god. I've switched to MTN. I've switched to Glow. I don't know. Felix, am I audible for your side? Am I audible? Mushola, you said you can't hear me. Abi, you said you're asking something. Am I audible? Just unmute yourself and talk. All right, promise. What about you? Can you hear me?
Yes, ma. Go ahead. Yes, ma. Go ahead.
All right. Thank you. So, okay. So, what point did I stop, or what point did was my voice breaking? Can someone just say that, or do you understand the part where I stopped? Or did I come again? Please, we have less time already. We have to like be fast. Should I come again, or should I just continue? Unmute yourself and talk. I don't understand this thing. Is it for the should I come again, or should I continue?
Ma come again.
All right. So, like, we can edit the picture here. Just click on this replace images. Take it to your file explorer. Make sure that whatever image you want to click on, it is on your computer. So here we have the user's name. I edited this. We have the username. We have the information, demography, the occupation. Then for this more information, you have like all. So just add them. You can just edit it here. So for the bio, I said the bio consists of who the user is and summarize like a summary of what they want, their frustration and their goals. Just summarize in like 3 or 4 sentences. So just summarize that. That will be in the bio because by the time you read a bio, you should be able to know what you're trying to get into. It's just like to just be like a summary of what you are to expect. So this is the personality. This is the personality. You can edit this as well as a template. As a template, then you can just move this according to whatever you want. Then also, this is and also don't mind you can change the colors. You can change the colors. You can change the color of your write-ups. This is where you can change the color. Pick any color. You can pick any color you want. But just make sure that your colors are not fighting, they are not against each other. That is why you have to like use light color, then also dark colors on light background, light so that is for that. Also, yeah, light small and all. You can just your normal fonts editing settings, just for your settings. So this is where you can do your set lights and also that is for personality. Then this is the reason why we are creating this user personal. So understand about their needs, their expectations, their needs, their you if you have other information that they are categorized like they are categorized under a particular thing but they are not here, just edit and notice in as much as it's relevant to your to the prayer you're trying to do, you can as well remove it. But the most important thing is that you have to have their goals, their needs and expectations, their motivations and the pain points. So because those are what you are going to consider when you are trying to create a solution for them. So under this you can see we can edit under this. You can increase, you can just edit under this. So that is for the user personal. So that's all about user personal. So when you're done, you can just highlight everything. Then in case you want to export, just export selections, you want to export as PNG, PDF, on right click and you see export and you pay my file. So is that clear? Is that clear?
Yes, ma. Go ahead.
All right, thank you. For the rest, is that clear? I will take your answer as yes. So that's for the user persona. Now the next so my under this you can change your name. You can change the name of your file. You can change it here. Let's just say user persona. So you can change the name of your file here so that by the time you want to go back to it, you don't start looking for title, for looking for template. I want us to use that for the empathy map so you understand how to, in case you want to use FigJam, use FigJam. In case you want to use get templates from Figma community, you can get it there. So I'll just go back to, so when you click on this part, you can see where you go back to the files. That's the Figma page. So now on your Figma page, you are going to see like a tab here, and underneath you so you see explore community here, then click on it and it's community page. Please, are you still following?
Your network is breaking, ma.
Okay, clear now. Oh, that's am I clear?
Now, please, can you recap?
Promise, please don't talk
Can
about
you
my
recap
massive
of
breaking.
this? How you got here?
It's clear here now. It's clear.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm
It's
so
clear from my
sorry.
end.
I'm using Glow. I'm using MTN. All right. So I'm using. Maybe I should just go and buy Airtel now. So I'll be like I'm using the network providers in this country because I switched to Glow. It's bad. I switched
It's
to
clear.
MTN.
It's
It's
clear
bad.
from my end.
Maybe I should just get Airtel so that I'll know that okay, it's clear from your end. Okay, maybe it's probably you guys network then. All right, so let me just go back to okay. JT, is it from is it how I got to the Figma community? Is that what you're asking? Is that what you're asking? All right. So just go to your Google search. Just go to your Google and type Figma community. So you get it from there. Just type Figma community. And in case you want to get it from your file, in case you want to get it from your Figma page, our community. So you click on that explore community. Have you gotten have you got it now? Have you? All right. So now for Figma community, so like I said, this is where all designers just drop their designs for other designers to explore. So we're going to just search for like just like our feature, just search for empathy mapping. So yeah, so you can choose whatever one you are using. You see different templates from different people. So people design their own empathy mapping from scratch and they just post it on the page for people to use. So we have different templates for this empathy mapping. So we're just going to pick one. Let's just pick one, one that is not too complex. Okay. So you can see that I'm looking for different templates. I'm looking for different templates. So let me pick the one that too complex. Okay, let's say this. This one is. All right, so for this, you can open a FigJam. So when you open this, it will just paste direct. Okay, it's going to open a FigJam. Then you can copy it from that particular FigJam account. But mind you, this is another person's FigJam account. So I'm opening this now. Okay, so this is the FigJam. This is the FigJam account. So what you just do is that you just highlight everything and click right click and copy. Did you get that? Please, you guys, yes, please, you guys should just talk because I have to be switching from one tab to another before I will be able to see reactions.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
All right. All right. So just highlight everything. Highlight, you copy, and go back to your FigJam account. So we are going to so what I'll just do is that we are going to go back to that FigJam account we created. So these are personal that we did. Let's just go back to that and paste it there. So this it's then paste. Can you see that now? It's very simple. Just type what the user says, what the user think, what the user does and feel. Mind you, we can also get this this Figma the FigJam templates. We can get on the FigJam, but I just want us to understand or personalize how we can get templates on FigJam and also how we can get templates on Figma community. So do you get what I'm trying to say now? So we can get this template from FigJam actually, but just to practicalize how we can do the both. So for this now, you can see that this is just, it's not sectioned like this. You can see it's not sectioned like this, the way this user persona is. So what we're just going to do is just highlight everything and come to our section part here, then click on section. Click on section and you highlight. Do we all get that? Do we get that, or should I come again?
Please come again.
All right, so what I said is that you can see that this part, all this empathy mapping is not sectioned. Like it's just, you can click on it, like groups together. Yes, let me use the word group together. So what we are going to do is that just click on section and just draw a rectangle. Just hold your drag, hold your left click and drag. Then we have the section now. So you can move this. But before you can't like move it because if I click on this and move that each
We can use Control G instead.
section. Do you understand? If you use Control G, you can, but there won't be like a background. The way it's just like very okay like this. Like it's something that you can view the back, you can change the background to whatever you want. You'll be able to know that because if you use Ctrl G, let's try Ctrl G. If you use Ctrl G background, you may even make mistake and pick and disrupt or disorganize your design. And also it will make it more organized because for the section actually you can rename it. This section now you can rename it as maybe that this is empathy mapping. Do you understand? Can you see the differences now? But for grouping, for Control G to group, you can't. Except you have to like use your text tool to write it on top. So do we see the differences now, or let me see the advantage and disadvantage? Do we understand? Who is lost? Who is on the way? All right then. So have we gotten to the please? We still have to do that frame today. Please. Time is going. Have we gotten to this part? Do we all understand this part
Yes.
now? Do we understand how we make? Thank you for saving me. So now the next thing we want to talk on is we want to talk on our wireframe. We want to talk on wireframe now. So let me continue sharing my screen. Can you see my screen? All right. So we are going to talk on user. We are going to talk on wireframe. Okay. Before I start, please let me see what you guys did so that we even know that okay, what I thought you guys will understand. So let me someone volunteer to share what you guys did. Any volunteer, just raise your hand. Any volunteer, just share your own. That's just what I asked. All names. All right, promise. Share your screen. Can you? Or am I not clear again? Promise. Are you here? All right, JT. Oh, are you here? Can you just share your screen? Let's see you too far.
I'm using my phone as the Gmail, then my system for the Figma. So there's no I can share screen.
Same also.
Oh, okay. I was calling you.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing here. I'm using my phone to listen. For the class, I'm using my system for the Figma.
It's the same thing for you guys too.
Yes, because it's better on system than the phone. Yeah.
But are you guys sure
Yes,
that you
yes,
got it?
yes,
Very,
sure.
very sure.
Are you very sure?
Very, very,
Yes.
very sure, man.
All right,
Very
so
well.
let's all right, let's just continue. Olushola, please. Are you still having network issues? Please unmute yourself and talk. You still have network issues? All right. So let's just continue on wireframe. We have to finish this wireframe today. We have to finish and to design. So presentation of how our interface will look like just a skeletal outline. How our interface is going to look like. Like the way architectures they have blueprints, like a design of how a building look like before they start building, like a sketch. So and they're going to work according to what is sketched. So that's just what wireframe is. It's just like a structure, a skeletal structure or like a sketch to understand or to know how our interface is going to look like. So it is a blueprint that their basic blueprint that help teams align on requirements, keeping UX design conversations focused and constructive. So it's just like a blueprint that helps designers and also stakeholders, because when you can give your sketches or your wireframe to your stakeholders or your clients to check, and so that you can decide if it's good to work with or not. Or maybe there are some things you need to add, then you iterate on it. So it'll just make us know how the overall structure of the interface is going to look like. So that is wireframe. Then we have the importance of wireframe. Firstly, it provides like an early visualization of what our design will look like, of what our design concept will look like. So before going into adding colors, adding typography, adding images, you need to have a sketch of what the structure is going to look like. Just like you can use paper and pencil to just sketch how it's going to look like. Then the second one is that for low fidelity wireframe, they are easy to modify and iterate on, because for low fidelity wireframe, you just use shapes. We only use shapes and text. Sorry, I said text lines, shapes and lines to design our low fidelity wireframe. Or you can sketch with your paper, or you can sketch on your Figma. That is a low fidelity the low fidelity digital wireframe. So they are easy to modify on, because paper and pen, if you have like shapes, you can just delete it, or for paper and pencil, you can just erase and do something else. So it's easy to iterate in. You can make changes very fast, quickly, based on the feedback you got from your clients or from your potential users. Then the third one is that it helps designers to plan and test user interaction on your page. On your paper and on your sketching, that is your paper and pencil, you can just use like dots to just um connect two screens together. For connecting two screens together, when you click on this button, you can just do dot line next screen where it's going to take you. Just make interactions, how the navigation between the interface, how the interface is going to be interactive. So that's what we mean by test user interactions and flows. So when you want to design when you're sketching on your book, you can just make like dots line from maybe each element, maybe like a call to action button. You make a dot on it. Okay, if you click on this call to action button, it will take you to this particular screen. So that is what that means. So it helps you to like test user interaction. Also on your Figma, you can do a prototype. For your Figma, you can do a prototype. Then the fourth one is that it helps you to focus on functionality and user flow rather than being distracted by visual details. For example, now using shape and lines, you'll be concentrated on how the design is going to be functional, now the interface is going to be functional. But using But by the time you start adding your colors, you start adding your images, even though you're focused, there are sometimes that you see distracted. That, okay, when I was getting this thing, I don't really like the button, I don't really like the color, let me just quickly the color. Instead, but for a wireframe, for a low fidelity wireframe, it should help you to focus more on the functionality. That is the effectiveness. Then the last one is that it's hierarchy of information, and we know hierarchy is placing elements according to their order of importance. So establish hierarchy of information by indicating the relative importance and prominence of different elements within the interface. And hierarchy, as we all know, it helps users to able to navigate to what is the most important thing to do, or maybe the tasks that the user has to take, or whatever action the user has to take, tasks the user has to do, and all. So that is basically what hierarchy does. So this wireframe, it helps us to establish hierarchy of informations. So those are the importance of wireframe. Importance of wireframe. We're going to go to the type of wireframe now. We have the low fidelity wireframe, we have the mid fidelity and the high fidelity. Basically, we just work with low fidelity and high fidelity in the world, in this industry. Like, let me just say for now, but some people do three, but the ones I know, they majorly work on the low fidelity and high fidelity. So for the low fidelity, it's just like basic wireframe with minimal details. They use simple like shapes. We use triangle, we use circle, we use lines to just create our low fidelity wireframe. For mid fidelity, they're like more detailed, but not too detailed. But they're like they are more detailed than low fidelity. But for high fidelity, they're like the detailed wireframe that resembles the final design. So here we are going to add our colors, we are going to add our imageries, our icons, our call to action buttons, so many things. You have to add so many things, like just to make it look like resemble, like let's say like 80%, 85% of what your main design or your final design will look like. So that's for the high fidelity wireframe. So we can see examples here. Here we can see the low fidelity wireframe. Shapes, lines, and text. Fidelity, you can start adding the text. You've added text. You've made like changes to the button, where the button is something, like the background. So you can see that it's more detailed than this low fidelity wireframe. Then for the high fidelity, you can see every element has been implemented. We've implemented that design elements. Please, do you all get that? Do we all get that? All right, thank you. So,
Very explanatory.
all right, thank you. So we are going to go to the prototype. I made the mistake for this. There should not be types of prototype, but let's just go to the prototype. So now for prototype, is like the vice of wireframe. But prototype is just like, it's just basically how the interface needs to be interactive, like connecting one screen to another. How the user is going to navigate their way through the website. So that is for prototype. So it's like a visual representation that can be tested and evaluated. So prototype serves as interactive and tangible representation of a design. For wireframe, actually, wireframe is just static. You don't have a prototype for wireframe, just sketch. But for prototype, you'll be able to connect screens. You can connect screens together. Like maybe from this screen, when I want to log in, I click on my register, takes me to the dashboard. I click on this, takes me to this, click on this, takes me to this. So that is the prototype aspect. It's just to like make our design interactive, so that by the time the user is clicking on a button and is not responding, doesn't make sense. So that's why we always have to do our prototype, just like in navigation in between the websites or the interface. Now we have importance of prototype. The first one is that in prototype are used to gather feedback from users, ensuring that the design meets their needs and expectation. Because by the time, whatever thing you are giving your user, whatever design that you are giving your user, and it's not interactive, it is not clickable, there's no how the user will be able to give you feedbacks. They're just going to give you feedback on the visual design, that's all, but they won't give you feedback based on the functionality, and functionality is very important. So that is why we need to prototype our designs. So it is used to gather feedback from users. The second one is that it serves as a communication tool between designers, developers, and stakeholders. Because you, as the designer, you are the one that did the prototyping. Now, your job, your role is to have a meeting with the stakeholder or developer to explain the user flow. So the prototype aspect is what we call the user flow. That is user flow. That is how the user just like the user will be able to navigate their way through the website. So what they click, when they click on this, where they go to from there, where they go back to, when they click on the back button, what are they going to meet? Like user flow, the flow. So the third one is that prototype help validate the functionality of a product. So by the time you have a prototype, because when you have a design and you have a prototype, you can actually use it as a real app. It's just that it's not into development. You've not developed it yet. You can use it as a real app. So now for this prototype, the reason why we do prototype is that in case there are any changes or any errors, because the developer is going to work based on what you give them. So in case there are any error or any changes or anything that you're meant to iterate on, you can easily go back to it. So when you have a meeting with your stakeholders, you can do the prototype and they tell you, okay, this screen is not meant to go to this screen. You're meant to go to this before this. You can easily iterate on it because you have to have a perfect design or a perfect work for the developer to work in. The developer does not have any idea on what the designer does. So what they're just to do is to work according to what they have. So that is why you need to make sure that you validate, you do your prototype so that you can validate the functionality of your design. The fourth one is that it facilitates usability testing by allowing the designers to identify issues with their user interface and their interaction. So by that, you have your wireframe, you have your prototypes, you have your design and your prototypes, you'll be able to gather informations or iterations or feedbacks from your users based on your visual design and also based on your functionality. So that is the last importance of prototype. So do we get that now? Now we have wireframe and we have prototype. Like I told you, they're like twins, but they have different meanings or different functionalities. So we have differences between wireframe and prototype. The first one is that wireframe just talks about the structure of the design, just structure of the interface. It depicts the layout and structure of the interface, while prototype talks about the interactiveness, how interactive the design is, how interactive the design is with the user. And also the second one is that wireframe are static. You cannot do anything, just check visual design. That's all you need for wireframe. Just check it visual design. But for prototype, prototypes are interactive by allowing the users to simulate interactions with the product. So users will be able to click on buttons, be able to navigate between screens, and to experience how like a potential like how inside is going to respond to their actions. The third one is wireframes are created in the early stage of your design process. From the early stage, that is the first thing you do when you want to start designing, not start creating your product, start designing. That means by then you've come up with a solution. So that's like the first thing you do. Then for prototype, it's like the later stage when you're done with your design. Because I won't advise you to prototype as you're designing because there are so many times that you have to go back to that prototype and make changes because it is like we have like 99% probability that you might still add some screens to the one you thought you are done with. So you have to make sure that you are done with your design, you are done with everything before you now start the prototype. So it is more advisable to do that. It's more advisable to do that. Then the third one is that, oh, the fourth one, wireframes are used to gather feedback on the structure of the design, just the structure. But prototype, they are used to gather feedbacks on the functionality. I said that earlier, on the functionality. The fifth one is wireframe communicate the overall structure, focusing on arrangements, like arrangements of the design elements, while prototype focus on usability, functionality, and the user experience throughout their journey interacting with the products. So those are the differences between wireframe and prototype. Do we all understand? Any any addition, any subtraction, any multiplication. Do you understand? All right. So, any question? Does anyone have any question? Olushala, do you have any question? JT, Promise, Mojola, do you have any question?
No, no
For
question
me,
from
I
my
have no
side.
question.
All right. So now let's just design or come up with a look this digital wireframe. Let's do something on that. So now I will be needing your emails. Because I want to create a course. So that everyone, whatever you want to do, you just okay, let me just share my screen so that everyone will see. Okay. All right, so can you guys see my screen? All right, so now to use a Figma file, I just taught you guys on how to open a FigJam file. So to open a Figma file, we just need to click on plus design file. Just click on design file and it will take you to your Figma file. So let me just make an introduction to our Figma file, our Figma page. This is basically how our Figma page look like. Here we have this part. Please, can you guys see my cursor? Can you guys see my cursor? Please stop. Please. Talk. Can you see it? Because I'm going to use this
Yes, yes,
cursor to explain
yes.
things. All right. So
Yes, ma'am. Yes, yes, ma'am.
okay, so this is where we have our layers panel. This part because not like design, so you cannot see anything. So this is where we have our layers panel. Now we have a process panel. So on this page, this will does here too. Then here we have our frame. This part we have our frame. We have our sections and slides. So for our frame, mind you, Figma has an amazing feature that clicking on a frame, they have like designated like if or let me just say like examples of different frames, different frame sizes that we can use. So when we click on frame, we can see under our properties panel here, we have like different frame sizes. We have like frame sizes for phones, Android large, Android small, iPhones. Now we have proper frames for tablets. We have frame sizes for desktop. That is for our website view. Then we have for presentation, for watch, for paper. So based on whatever interface you are designing, we have a frame for that already on Figma. So for example, I want to create a mobile app. I can just pick any frame here, just pick it, click on it, and it's going to give you the normal frame size, like the normal frame size on your iPhone 13. I picked the iPhone 13 now. It's going to give you the normal frame size. Mind you, For your frame, you can only increase the height of your frame. The height of your frame. You cannot, you must not, it's not even you cannot, you must not increase the width or decrease the width. Also, even though you can increase, mind you, for the height too, you cannot decrease the height. You can only increase. Please take note of these things. For your frame, you cannot increase or decrease the width. That is here, the width here. You cannot, you're not meant to, because picking on a particular frame, that means you are working with a particular device. So now increasing the width, when you click on on that device, or you are trying to prototype on that design, is not going to fit into it. That is why you must not increase or decrease your frame width. But for the height, you can only increase, you cannot decrease. So for this height now, we have 812. Now you can see our properties panel here. You can see our properties panel here. You have the width, you have the height, you can increase it here. We have the width, you can increase it here. So here we have 812. The height is 812. You can only have anything higher than 812. You can't have anything lower than 812. 812. So that's what I mean by you cannot increase, you cannot decrease the height, you can only increase it. But for width, you cannot touch it. Don't even touch it at all. So that is for this iPhone. Now let me use this frame to also, whenever you want to start designing an interface, the first thing you click is your frame. You don't design on inside a shape, or you just want to click on shape and draw a rectangle. No, whatever interface you want to design with, you come up with your shape. You click on your frame. That is the first thing you have to do. And also, a frame cannot be on. You cannot um draw a frame inside a frame. So when you want to have maybe any shape, you want to draw like a rectangle, anything here, what you do is just click on shapes. So this is where we have our shape, we have our rectangle, we have our line, the arrow, the ellipse, the polygon. And here you can also place an image. Maybe you want to, there's an image on your file that you want to input into your Figma file, your Figma page. You can place an image here. So now I want to create like a rectangle. So, and also if you want to draw your rectangle, you don't even have to hold shift to draw your rectangle. But if you want to draw your rectangle and you want it to have like a definite shape, a definite height and width, you hold down your shift and draw to have a definite height and width. But using that old shift, it is more applicable to, because you have to have a definite size and width. But imagine me drawing a circle without holding my shifts. You can see that it's going to feel distorted. So that is why you always need to hold down your shifts to draw anything you're drawing. Then, like I said, we have our properties panel here. Here you can change. We have the few parts where you can change the colors. You can change the color, the background color to anything. Then this is the solid. Please, can you guys still see my cursor? I hope I'm not too fast.
We are enjoying the class.
All right, thank you. So
We are enjoying the class, man.
thank you. So for the solid, we have solids here. That is, you have just one color, a solid color. Then clicking on this part, we have the gradients. You have our gradients where you can have like two colors. When you click, this is for the first one. Then the second one, you want to pick another color. Then you can move, though we are still going to talk about those things. You can move to whatever whatever of your choice, you can move. So that is for the gradients. Then here you can also add your pictures here. Mind you, all these things that I'm doing, you cannot do it under a frame. You can only do it for your pictures, because your frame is going to have like a background, just one background. But I'm just using this frame to explain our properties panel. Let me just create a frame, a shape. So the shape will be on inside our frame. So in case I want to add a picture, just click on this, choose image, then you have whatever picture you want to add, open. You can see that it already fits into the image. So now, for example, we want to add our video here, so we can add our videos. We can add our videos here. Okay, so I think this is not my scene file, so that's why I can't add videos. All right, so this is the solid part, this is the gradient part, this is the picture part, and this is the video part. So that is that for fill. Then in case you don't need your shape to be, you don't need this, you don't need everything to be colored. You can unsee this part here with the C button, or let me say the C icon. Sorry, C icon rather. You can unsee here and add a stroke here. So for the stroke, you can increase the height here. You can increase the height of your stroke here. Then you can check. You can decide, maybe you want the stroke to be outside, or you want it to be in the center, or you want it to be inside. Also, here you can check, okay, you want the stroke to be just on top. You want the stroke, this part, oh, you want it to be on all sides. You want it to be just on bottom. You want it to be on the right, on the left, in stand. So this is where you do that option. So clicking on these three dots, we have our additional settings, additional stroke settings. So when you click on it, you can change your stroke styles. Maybe you want it to be dashed or solid. And also for the corner radius, maybe you want it to be like this, or you want it to be round and all. So before I get to that, let me unsee this and use fill. Now, for your corner radius, for your edges, this is where you can make changes to it. Maybe you want the edges, maybe you're working for a button, you want to design a button. So for the corner radius, this is where you work on it, this particular part. This is where you edit your corner radius. Also, like stroke, you can also edit the sides. You can customize the sides. Clicking on this, maybe you want this side to be 10. You want this side to be 0. You want this side to be 0 and this to be 10. You can see that based on what I want. So do you understand that now? Do we get that? Do we understand?
Yes, ma.
All right, thank you. Sorry, I cannot see this. I cannot be switching tabs. That's why I said you guys should just omit your mic and let me know. All right, so that is for the layers panel. That's basically for the layers panel. Then, sorry, for the properties panel rather. Then this is our layers panel where we have whatever thing we draw on your design. We have it here. You can see that under our frame, we have our rectangle drawn. So the next thing is so this is the shape. I've explained the shape tool. Then we have a creation tool like the pen tool and pencil tool. This pen tool, they are used for drawing. Pencil tool and pen tool, they are used for drawing. We're still going to get to that part where we draw illustrations. So this is the text tool where you type on your interface. Let's just type, I am a UI UX designer. UI UX designer. So yeah, you can see that we have our text tool under our frame. Make sure that whatever you are doing is you are inside your frame, because there are sometimes that even though it will show that it's on the frame, but it's not inside the frame. There are sometimes that it's like that. So what you can just do is that you just drag it. You can see this now that it's not inside the frame. Like it's showing that it's on your layers the frame. So you just come here, you drag the elements inside your frame. So that's just what you do. Then you can see now that it's inside the frame. So now we have now this is the layers panel for our text. It's still the, you can change the colors and all. Then for this text part, this particular place is where you change your fonts. You change your fonts. This is where you change your fonts. Maybe you have like a font in mind that you want to use, or you just want to like go through different fonts. You have different fonts here. You change your fonts. Then here is the font weight. Maybe you want it to be thin, extra light, light, semi bold, very bold, italics and all. So that is where you change your. This part is where you change your font weight. Then here is your font size. You change your font size here according to how big you want your text to look. Now, this part is your paragraph spacing. Now, this paragraph spacing is when you have like more words. More words in your text field, because this is your text field. This place is your text field. Whatever thing that is underneath, that is inside this box, is your text field. So this is your text field. This is your text field. So when you want to just create or make paragraph spacing, this is what you work with. Because I don't have much words under my in my text field. That's why this is not making any changes. Now, this is your line height. This is your line height. That is, and this too is when you have more words. This is when you have more words. Now, for this line height, there's a calculation for it. The way we calculate our line height is with time we make a calculation at line height. That is font size times 1.5. That is how we calculate our line height. Our font size at times 1.5. That is, this is a font size. Our font size is 16 times 1.5. That's 24. I think I'm correct. 1.5 times 16. Or what you just do is that you come here and you type auto. Just type auto. And it will give you the regular, like the normal height, the normal line height. So that is for our font height. Line height, line height. Remember.
Please come again, ma. Ma, please come again. You said we press auto, like.
Okay.
So
All right. Okay, let's just use this to explain. So now imagine working with our line heights. Sorry, I've pressed enter. Okay, now using this is what we mean by line heights. The height between this up part and this is the line height. So you can see when I increase this. Oh, good. Please increase on time. Let me say 100. Let me say 40. You can see the changes now. Can you see the changes? Can you?
Yes, we can see the changes. I can see it from here.
Yeah, so from what I mean by the line height is the space between this first sentence and the second, the one underneath. That's the line height. So you can see that this doesn't make sense. The line height is too much. That is why I said we have a calculation for it. That is font size times 1.5. Or you just enter your auto. Auto. You can see that it's already normalized. Do we get that? Do you understand the line heights now? Any
Yes,
question
ma'am.
on the line heights? All right. So now,
Yes,
like our
ma'am.
normal
Yes,
Microsoft Word,
yes.
we have our alignments and maybe align to the center, align to the right, align to the left. Oh, sorry, maybe this one is left, this one is right. Yes, left and right. So that is for our typeface, our typography, our fonts. So clicking on this, we have other additional options. We have other additional options. We want it to be underlined. You want it to be like strike through. You want it to be uppercase, all lowercase, like a title case. And also, these are the settings for our fonts. And that is that. Typeface on typography text. Please. Any question on that? All right, so I'll take the silence as no question. Also, mind you, this part is where we can align our our elements. Maybe you want it to be on the left side, you want it to be in the middle, you want it to be on the right, you want it to be on top, you want it to be like in the left side in the middle and all. So this is where we align our elements. So now we've learned this. Now we know Figma is like a cloud-based tool. Figma is a cloud-based tool. It is used for collaboration as well. We use Figma for collaborations. So in case you want to just comment on, maybe you guys are working together on a project and you want to comment on someone, you want to tell someone to work on this particular thing, you just want to like talk to the person, you just come to this comment section, just click on add comments, click on the comments Figma page and click on it. You'll be able to also reply you back. So that is why Figma is like a collaboration tool where you can collaborate with your team. Is that clear? Let me delete. Um, all right. So what I want us to quickly do, I want us to quickly create our okay. All right. I don't want us to use that file. I want us to use another one so that's like a professional file. So please, you guys should just drop your email, drop it under the comment section, please. Email you use in your Figma. Please drop it in the comment section so that I can share it to the playground and you just join. Am I clear on that? Okay, okay. Okay, okay. Just want us to quickly do that so that I won't have to start. Hello, can you guys hear me?
Yes, ma. Yes, ma.
All right. All right, thank you. So I want us to let's just quickly do
Where, ma?
this.
Where?
Just drop your email in the chat box. Just drop it in the chat box. Drop your email in the chat box here. You see like a comment icon on your Figma. Sorry, I said Figma. On your Google Meet interface, just drop your email there so that I can send an invite to you to join the Figma file. All right. Please mind this must be the email you use for opening your Figma. So let me share. So promise, please check your check your email. I've sent an email to you so that I can. Have you? Am I audible, please? Yes. So have you gotten your invites? Have you gotten a
Yes, ma. Yes, ma. I've seen it, ma.
email? So I just want to show you guys how you are going to edit your page. Yes, please join. Please join. So I want to also show you guys how you will edit your page. You can edit it to your name. So whatever design you're coming up with, or you are designing, whatever design you are doing is going to be on your page. Okay. All right, let me drop a. So I'm waiting for you guys. Yeah, is you guys I'm waiting for. You can join with your phone, doesn't matter. Just make sure you just click on the invite. You can join with your phone. Doesn't have to be a system. So okay, let me just do this. So what you just do when you enter, when you have access to the playground, just come to the page of your choice. But make sure that it's not someone else's page. Make sure it's not someone else's page. If you see any page that's already edited someone else's name, please don't edit it again. So just click on this page and edit to your name. So I'm going to add mine now. So I've created like enough pages. So just pick one name. Just pick one page and edit to your name. So that page is going to be where you are going to design.
I should pick on any of the one. Okay.
Any of the pages where you see page 1, page 2, page 3. But mind you, don't click on any page that is already edited someone else's name. Have you gotten that? I've not seen your name. I've not seen the changes.
What do you ask us to do, ma? You ask us to click on it. After clicking on it,
Edit any page. You can see my cursor. Can you see my cursor
yes,
here?
ma. Yes, ma.
Edit it. Click on it and edit the page to your name. Like I did for mine here. You can see I have came here. Just click on any page. Edit to your name.
I've done that.
Alright, I'm waiting to see the changes. Alright, good. So now whatever design you are going to do is going to be on your page. So if there's any assignments for you to do, just make sure that you are doing it on your page.
Okay.
And mind you, don't go to another person's page and start their work, please. Just stick to your own page. All right, so that will be all for tonight. Tomorrow we are going to sketch our wireframe tomorrow, and also we are going to design design input controls tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be for designing. So tomorrow tomorrow. And ask give assignments. So that will be end of today's class. Please, is there any question? Do you have any question? Any question?
No, ma. No, ma.
All right, so if you don't have any question, that will be the all right. So thank you guys for tonight. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys for tonight. Thank you for attending the class. And by tomorrow, please let's come early, please. Because we started late today. That's why we will not do some things. Please let's join early. Let's join early tomorrow. So thank you guys. See you tomorrow. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.